There are two kinds of people during monsoon: the ones who wait for the rain to stop, and the ones who ride straight into it. This was the beginning of our 4-day escape into the Western Ghats. No hotel bookings deciding the route, no checklist of tourist spots, just two friends, two motorcycles, and 4 days to go wherever the roads looked interesting. At 5 in the morning, we rolled out of Bengaluru, and before the kilometers started adding up, we made our first stop at Dhruvatare. Nothing fancy, just hot coffee, cool air, and that excitement every rider knows at the start of a long journey. There is something special about that first coffee stop. The helmets come off, the smiles get a little bigger, and somewhere between that first sip and getting back on the bike, the ride truly begins. Breakfast was at Hassan, and not long after Belur, the ride changed completely. The rain arrived. Not the kind that makes you stop, the kind that makes you slow down, enjoy the rhythm, and appreciate every kilometer a little more. The road disappeared into mist, coffee estates stretched endlessly on both sides, every corner opened into another view that made us forget about the destination. The original plan was to ride through Badra Tiger Reserve, but when we reached the checkpost, closed. For a few seconds, we just looked at each other, then laughed, turned the bikes around, and kept riding. Sometimes that's all a road trip needs. Not a perfect plan, just the willingness to find another road. And honestly, the roads through Chikmagaluru didn't let us miss Bhadra for even a second. Rain hanging over the forest, fresh mountain air, endless curves, those are the kinds of roads that remind you why Karnataka during monsoon is so special. By lunchtime, we reached Balehonnur, and there was no way I was living without having one of my absolute favorites, Mangaluru buns. Soft, slightly sweet, hot off the plate. Exactly what a rainy riding day needed. From there, it was one final ride towards Kupa. By then, the intercoms had become part of the journey. Some conversations were about the next turn, some were about food, some were complete nonsense. And somehow, those conversations became one of my favorite memories from the day. My hometown. No matter how many places you travel to, there is something different about riding into the town where you grew up. The familiar roads, the turns you could probably ride with your eyes closed, the houses, the trees, and then home. After a full day of chasing rain through the Western Ghats, seeing my home brought a different kind of peace. It's hard to explain, but in that moment, the ride felt complete. By 6 in the evening, we rolled in after covering nearly 400 kilometers, completely drenched, not even slightly tired, because when the roads look like this, you don't count the kilometers, you remember the moments. Day 1 was done. Tomorrow we'll leave Koppa behind and head towards Dakshina Kannada. And if the rain had anything to say about it, the adventure was only getting started.